The following is a transcript between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am, originally produced on July 9th, 2021, under the constellation of Cancer in the mental week, examining through the Taurus field. Me. It's night. The sun has covered itself with its hands. I kept repeating that the day before I fainted, and today it comes back to mind. I went to the pyramid and I lost my strength again, and I almost lost consciousness, on the verge of fainting. Right now I feel weak, like I'm going to fall at any moment on the keyboard. I am. You need to succumb to the subconscious beyond the unconscious. Me, how? I am, by losing yourself instead of looking for logic. Me, what is the difference between subconscious and unconscious? I am, according to psychoanalysis, none. Me, then I am. Let's get down to it. There are two major divisions in the 19th century psychology, the supraconscious and the subconscious. That is, that thin line of consciousness is drawn where the different states of consciousness are established, being below sub and above supra. This line. The typical image to understand the idea is that of an iceberg, a huge chunk of ice that has broken off from the glaciers or polar caps and wanders lonely in the sea and ocean. Just as when you put an ice cube in a glass, and the ice cube floats because of the air inside of it, leaving a small part above the surface, while the greater part, because of its weight, is underwater. An iceberg also leaves above a small fraction of what it really is, while the greater part of it is hidden underneath. Me, which is more dangerous, it's what sank the Titanic. I am. That's right. The greater danger of an iceberg is the bottom part, which is more than 80% of the total size of the ice chunk hidden under the water's surface boundary. The image perfectly defines the idea of supraconscious, which is what we can see, touch, and relate to, while the subconscious is everything we do not see, cannot touch, and have no idea exists. Towards the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, about 1900, the decision was made to no longer use these terms in psychoanalysis, as they generated confusion with the simple terms of the conscious and the unconscious. The supraconscious tries to define the factors that we do not control in our lives, but that bring order to it, such as inspiration, ideas, the functioning of our body. They are the ones that give logic and chew the information previously for the conscious to use them. The subconscious is everything that is hidden and that implies disorder, the unresolved inner chaos that we deny. Therefore, psychology decides to call this concept as lack of consciousness, naming it unconscious. Therefore, the word subconscious disappears from psychology to remain only in the most spiritual visions, but here certain values are denied. Me, which ones? I am. Take into account that the conscious is the thin film of water that divides what is below from what is above. From the psychoanalytic view, one would say that what is above is the supraconscious and what is below is the unconscious. But this denies something fundamental, the context of the iceberg. We could say that the self is the iceberg and that the small percentage that peeks out of the surface is the conscious aspect of the self, while the rest hidden beneath the waters is what we call the unconscious. Now, taking the context, the air surrounding the conscious is the supraconscious, while the water surrounding the unconscious is the subconscious. Me. Oh, I see now. It's true, we always tend to get confused on the location of the states of consciousness. Now it's clearer to me. I am. That said, you can understand that the self with the conscious part and its unconscious part are supported by a supraconscious that brings order and the subconscious that hides the chaos. Me, the supraconscious, is that you? I am. Oh no. It is true that the term supraconscious can be confused with the idea of the higher self, but it is not the same. The supraconscious is a quality that embodies what I am. It cuts across the emotional, biological, and mental. It manages the central nervous system with its parasympathetic and sympathetic mechanisms. It maintains homeostasis in your being, while the subconscious comes to disarm that homeostasis through the pressure of the ocean. Me, why does it do this? I am. It is its nature. As water exerts pressure on the bodies within it, the subconscious performs the same force, hiding in the abyssal depth what you do not want to see on the surface. Dead animals, sunken ships, a lot of garbage, but also many lost treasures. The subconscious contains the unconscious, that is, that part of you that you cannot see, that moves your life at its mercy, according to invisible forces that lead you to one side or the other, without recognizing the direction in which you are going. The unconscious is the ignorance of the things you possess in you, not seeing that which was in front of you and within you. The subconscious, then, is much of wider space that goes beyond you and that surrounds you, that contains the data and memories of many more lives than the one you have today. If your body is an iceberg, you will recognize that the conscious and the unconscious live in you, in your cells, in the memory of your organism. But the supraconscious and the subconscious encompasses much more, and they involve the context, the signals, the perception of the world, the data that lie in all things and that contain you in a specific place and time. Like thousands of other icebergs, you share in subconscious, and therefore its force interacts, connecting many people and individuals in different places and different times. Me. Therefore, the force of the subconscious moves us all, and it registers everything, keeping each situation in itself, and sends you to the bottom of its ocean for safekeeping. How do I connect with my subconscious? I am. By eliminating the limits, opening the imagination, being infinite, transcending the moral and ethical judgments that envelop your cultural mind. In the subconscious is stored information that you will not understand if you see it with the eyes of your conscious world. You must allow yourself to daydream, to dream deep into sleep. You must walk through life as if you were in a sea, where everything is imagination and connects by waves. Imagine, awake, and living. Me. It makes sense to me, the idea of walking through life as if it were a musical, where each situation has a specific music according to what's happening. I am. And whatever does, it can awake thousands of pieces of information that you are not aware of. Dove. Me. What? I am. Rabbit. Me. House. I am. Dove. Me. Back. I am. Why? Me. When I was a child, my grandfather used to bring me pigeons from his pigeon fancier brother, and every day he would release a pigeon that would return to his house. And the rabbit is in me the pain of losing the house, because a rabbit died to me on the day they denied us the purchase of our own house. I am. Road, paper, sky, fire. Me. I am terrified of the path of the dragon. I'm afraid that when I start it, all the same things will happen to me again. That someone will die, that my friends will abandon me, that I will get away from my mother, and that the project will fall through and I will fail my mission. I am. Turtle baby hearing aids. Me. My favorite animal is the turtle. I must go slower, step by step, respecting the moments of hibernation, and maybe the slowness is demanded by the idea of wanting to be a father. I must learn to listen better to those silences. I am. Planet pencil glass. Me. Telling my story, I always see the glass half empty, so much to do for the world and only place I consider my home. I am. I dream. Me. I am very sleepy. I am. It's night and the sun has covered itself with its hands. A white albino-haired girl turns her back to me. Me. There is a whale howling, but a bull, it approaches me among colors that smell like honey. I feel cloying, my mouth full of a beehive. The sound of bees underwater is terrifying, but it makes pretty vines bloom. Though they entangle me, I cannot come up for air. An otter brings me air, and there I see the girl on her back, wet. She's leaving. I am. Life reaches her like the flow of a river in the water. Me. The sun is over the water, but she covers herself with her hands. I see the doom of the amphibious cities shining. Colonos swimming around. It is so beautiful to see the hands of the sun. I feel myself falling asleep. Am I dying? I am. Yes, you are dying. As we said, at age 33, this is your death, Matias. Are you saying goodbye? Me. Is it worth saying goodbye? I am. You are afraid to do so. Me. Pigeons can't swim. How can I go home? Does my home really exist? I don't have a home. Where am I going? I am. That's why you don't want to leave here. Me. I have nowhere to go. Today is Independence Day in my country, but every day I feel it less and less my country. It hurts me. I don't want to go back. My home is Africa. It is the Mediterranean. I am afraid to be alone. My mother, too. We have the same fear, but we both want to be alone. I am afraid to go back, but only because I don't know why I should go. I love them all, but I am afraid of losing them, if I say so. I am. And why would you lose them? Me. I always lost them, don't you see? They are dead. The ones I loved are gone, and the ones that are, well, when will they be gone? I am. You're afraid of losing them, but the greatest fear is losing you in them. Me. To be or not to be. I am for me, or I am for them. Are we really us, or are we for what others want us to be? I feel that I cannot be free of what I want for making others happy in how I should be. That scares me to repeat again, to see this again. So many have already gone. I don't want to lose any more. I am. They don't belong to you. People don't belong to anyone. Me. Then let me be released too. I am in cobwebs, tired of stretching, tired of waiting for the spider to come and devour me. Even she doesn't listen to me. It's night. I am. But the clouds peek out at the sun. Me. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shh, hush. Listen to the silence. The whale howls like the wolf. I see it coming in the distance. I am afraid it will swallow me. Behind it, is seen, beautiful, shining, the lost city. Tabathar, glittering, of the high blues, are lost in the cobalt of sea. I want to paint them. I don't have brushes, watercolors maybe. I am, you ramble, you dream. Me, shut up and let me die in peace. Give me my independence. Motherland, are you ready? Are you already free? Let me be free, although I don't want to be free. I am afraid to be free. I am. Why? Me, because I will be alone, abandoned, sad, despoiled of humanity. Who will love a wanderer? I am hungry, hunger to be filled, and without others I feel empty. Fractals, I see parts of me bleeding in the floor. I sigh, but not even then I join them. I am afraid to abandon myself, and yet I do it. I do not want to be alone. And who I expect to embrace me does not embrace me. Why is it so complicated? I am, because everything is here, and you see everything. And that's why the conscious is simple, focused, determined, because it is less, it seeks less, it feels less. The conscious knows what it seeks. Me, I don't know. What am I looking for? I don't know. I want to sleep, that to sleep and not to wake up from this eternal dream. I am. Your sleep is your awakening. Me, it's nighttime. Shh. Everything talks to me, and I don't want to listen to it. It makes me uncomfortable because it doesn't. I am. Everything is perfect. Me, look at me, like a fetus in the hands of the sea. That's how I feel, floating in the immensity of a dark ocean at night. The stars are reflected, as in your eyes that give me memories. O mercy of my soul, I acclaim, a kiss, just that, one. And so I fall asleep. I'm tired. What will happen? I am. You are saying goodbye, leaving behind the ones who came first. It hurts you to leave. It hurts you to stay. But it hurts you to be an adult. It hurts you to stop being a child. It hurts you that your mother hurts. It hurts you that your mother rejected you. It hurts you not knowing which is your home, nor where you are going. It hurts you to have to be free and independent. Me, it hurts me, my heart. I am, and that exhausts you. Me, what do I give the world from this deplorable state of neurosis? I am, to yourself. You give yourself as you are. You are enough, for you are an ocean. Me, I float in it. What a tragedy that simple thing is. What a talk, sobs, is an eternity for the silence of an aching soul. Why throw yourself into agony? I am, for treasures are at the bottom of the sea, and as you reach them, it hurts. You are reaching the bottom, and so you agonize. Me, I'm tired. I'm surrounded by incoherent images and ideas. I am, memories of the subconscious. There are keys that sustain your being. You have no choice but to dive in. Me, I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I am. You are dying. And it is time to allow yourself to die at last. It's time to let go and reclaim your independence. Die again and again. Me, I die. I am. Become the eternal dreamer.